Guys, I got a sick new Town Hall 11 attack to show you that is crushing bases.
3, 2, 1, go!
If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. In this video, I've got 4 different examples to show you, but I gotta say the last one was my favorite.
Take a look at the army comp on this first example here. Look at the spells there. 4 lightnings, 1 quake. At Town Hall 11, that is plenty to take out a multi-target inferno. Now, not only are you going to get that value by taking out that multi-target inferno early, but you're going to nail in a nice deep funnel. Check out this trick he used right here too. He waited until this archer tower was aggroed on the queen before he dropped his baby dragon. That way the only thing touching it is this wizard tower, and that way the baby dragon's going to get a lot more funneling value done. But the inner part of the funnel has already been nailed in right here because he zapped that multi-target inferno. Check out now the rest of the army composition. 4 healers for the queen charge. He's sending the warden with the queen just to hurry her along a little bit. Since that warden does some damage too, he will speed up that queen charge a little bit, and by giving her that extra health aura, sometimes he can even save the need for a rage or popping her ability to keep her alive. He's running into some troll Teslas that were unexpected on this. He's going to drop a couple hogs on it to get it taken care of, but first layer here, getting in, he's using some super wall breakers. He's trying to get witches and queen and healers inside the base. Unfortunately, these Teslas popping up are blowing his funnel a little bit, so he's not going to get his entire army in there, but he got about half of it in there, maybe 4 or 5 witches with the queen and the healers. Because he's got the healers in there, they're going to be enough to get it going. Now, check out the hogs coming in on the backside. Why didn't he wait for the queen and the witches to do their thing, leave less defenses? Easy, man. A lot of these defenses and CC troops in here are already focused on the witches and queen, so it's the perfect time to drop the hogs so they can work alongside them. That way the hogs are tanking for the witches and the queen and the witches are tanking for the hogs. When they're working alongside each other at the same time, they're both going to get a lot more value and a lot more momentum throughout the base. He actually had 2 poisons to deal with these super minions, but it looks like one of them stayed just out of the range of that poison. And of course, on this one, a lot of the times we're seeing no rage spells brought for the witches and the queen and the healers. None. Instead, since you're bringing a lot of hog riders, you know, about 15, you're bringing a couple of heal spells to heal them on the back end. However, in the last attack, that setup will change. Now check this out, man. We've still got hog riders alive, dude. This is crazy. We've also still got queen and witches alive. Queen never even had to pop her ability, all right? If he didn't get the hogs in when he did, queen and witches would not still be live. I mean, queen maybe would, but she definitely still wouldn't have her ability intact. Look at this. Hog riders are dead. That's pretty normal at the end of this attack, but look how much base they took out on their way to dying. The queen and the witches are going to be able to finish off the rest of this base, no problem. All right, for our next example, we've got largely the same army composition, except DM has got an extra zap. I think that's to make sure he gets that expo taken out right there as well alongside that multi-target inferno. He must have already, this base must have already been hit. That's why he brought those loons. He knew those Teslas were there, and since the Teslas are touching the trash buildings next to them, that when the loons got a drop on the Tesla, it destroyed the other buildings, making that funnel really easy. And of course, the second layer funnel has already been established by the zaps and the quakes, taking out that multi-target inferno and that expo. Now, what's he got to do? He's got to funnel this stuff out here so that when he starts his witches, they're actually going to go inside the base instead of continuing on around the outside. Now, he's got a king right here, so we brought an ice golem. That way it would put that king on ice long enough for the P.E.K.K.A. wizards and a couple of assisting witches to get the kill. Dude, that went down just in time to push these witches in there. If it would have been a half a second later, we would have seen this core push walking around the outside of the base. As it is, the funnel got established just in the nick of time. That's going to push those witches into the core of the base where they need to be. They got to get in there, man. They got to deal with this enemy clan castle. They got to be able to reach the Seagull artillery, or at least tie up the core of this base. That way, the hog riders can work their way around the outside with the aid of a couple heal spells and get maximum value. Look at that, man. Hogs are working right next to the witches there. That's very important for the planning on this attack, or the practicing. Make sure you practice it like that, all right? You want to time those hogs so they're moving into that base right next to the witches. Not in front, though. If you put them out in front, they're going to deal with the enemy clan castle too early. They're going to be getting slaughtered by enemy heroes too early. So you got to time it, man. If you got heroes on the backside, keep an eye on around that. And time it so they're working right next to the witches. We're going to go to ×2 because there's just not much base left. 2 defenses, 1 defense. Hogs are going to survive this entire raid, guys. This base, once again, this base is annihilated. All right, check out Trihard's spell comp here. He's got 4 lightnings and 1 quake, so you know he's going to be taking out one of these multi-target infernos to establish that early funnel. Deep into the base, queen charge to complete the rest of the funnel, then probably siege barracks coming down to complete the outer funnel on the other side. Now, let's take a look at where the heroes are on this base, all right? We got a queen right here. We got a king right here. So we don't want to feed the hog riders directly into those heroes. They're just going to kill them, right? So you got to keep that in mind with your plan. Now, you could have probably charged the queen and witches in on this side, but we got the clan castle way over here. We definitely don't want to feed the hog riders straight to the clan castle troops either. So what he's going to do, he is going to come in on this side. That way he's going to get the clan castle dealt with. He's going to get access to the eagle artillery, but he's also not going to be sending hog riders down alone out here. Instead of doing that, feeding him to the heroes who are just going to kill him, he's going to wait until his witches get in here a little ways, and then he's going to be bringing his hog riders in right alongside them so they can stay away from those heroes. By the time they reach the heroes, the witches and his queen should be able to interact with them, take them out on the backside as the hogs try and circle around and 3-star the rest of this base. Sure enough, hog riders working right alongside those witches. That's going to keep the witches focused in the core, provide some extra tanking for the witches, while the witches are also providing some tanking for them. We got witches and the queen in the core of the base. As soon as they get that wizard tower taken down, those skellies should provide some decent tanking for the queen. He's got the second heal down on the hogs. Now his queen is going to be encountering that enemy queen. Unfortunately, none of the healers stuck in the core, but the skellies distract while his queen manages to take out the enemy queen. Now, he's got the enemy BK left, so he's going to start going off on these hog riders for sure. Look at that. Hog riders down. How many witches do we have left? We got 1 healer. We got 4 or 5 witches in the core. Several skellies being spawned in there. Queen does still have her ability. Those skellies and witches have been tanking enough where she's been able to save her ability. That's going to come in very handy on the backside of this raid. She's holding on by a sliver, man. If he sees a giant bomb pop, he's just got to pop her. Sure enough, Tornado might have taken her down that last sliver, so he pops her ability then, and we're down to 1 defense. Once again, we got another base annihilated by this new attack strategy. All right, guys, here it is. Check this out. We've got a whole different spell composition, and that's what makes this one my favorite. This is not the usual one that most folks are using. This one is specifically tailored to this base. The reason he doesn't use lightning is look at the size of this compartment right here, man. This is 1 tile too short on this side and 1 tile too short on that side. DM notices that we had a novice base builder making a mistake. Queen can reach this multi-target inferno right here, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Send his queen right into it. Baby dragon cut in the other side of the funnel very nicely while the queen was distracting. He's actually, since he doesn't have to use lightnings on this raid, he's able to bring several more spells. All right, look at that. He used a rage for the queen charge to get his queen through. Now he's going to be jumping into this base at the start, and he's also going to be jumping in deeper into the base as well, trying to get in some access to this backside eagle artillery. Look at this, man. Witches coming in. He's still got a jump in his pocket, and he's also able to bring another extra spell. Look at this skeleton spell right here, man. He's going to take out, he already took out the queen, but the enemy king is way back here. So as the hogs are coming around, they're going to come into contact with that enemy king. You drop that skelly spell right where he's picking on those hogs, and then you've got a nice little solution. It might not get him killed. It's a single skeleton spell, and the enemy BK has a ton of hit points, but it will distract him so your hogs are able to get another 4 or 5 defenses taken out. Check this out, man. Witches working right next to the hog riders here. This is going really, really nicely. He's going to be dropping another heal as he sees another giant bomb pop up right there. Now's the time to drop that skeleton spell right on that enemy BK. Is he going to follow the hogs? Nope. He turns around, man. The skellies are attacking him. They aggro him, so he turns around. Now he's onto the skellies while the hogs are still able to get a little value. Now that value is cut short because they did get caught in a tornado trap right there, but there's really nothing you can do about that. They definitely got another extra 2-3 defenses just because that enemy BK was distracted by that skeleton spell. He's already also down to half health now, so he's going to be easier and faster for the witches to overwhelm. And once again, guys, we got a base annihilated by this attack. I think this one here is probably the most convincing of them all. We got so many witches and skellies, all 3 heroes left up on the board. Yep, base annihilated.
If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, click that button right over my shoulder. If you're already a subscriber, then check out that video on the other side of the screen, and we'll keep hanging out.